Hey everybody, hope you're having a good Thursday. I trained legs today before I had a pretty awesome cheat meal. So I'm having one of them a week, which is pretty good at the moment. So yeah, I had 4 quarter-pounder burgers, a couple of buns, a tiny little portion of chips because I could barely squeeze anything in my big fat belly, and then a little mini cheesecake to finish. So yeah, one of them a week, but it's just nice to break up the chicken and rice diet with something like that, just to reset, recharge. So yeah, if you're in a situation where you are trying to grow, then you know that cheat meal becomes part of the diet. So never feel particularly guilty about having that cheat meal, but you know it needs to be sort of within reason, and obviously not too frequent. So I tend to have those after legs. It's just a habit I've got into because for me legs tends to be the most taxing training day. I just feel absolutely exhausted after legs. There's just something about it that just completely kills me. That and the fact that I'm trying to make some improvements in my legs just means that I can shuttle all of those additional carbs and calories directly into those muscles after destroying them at the gym. So I'll post up my leg workout for you after this. What I wanted to do was also just take you through my current shoe rotation for the gym. So I'm a bit of a trainer head. At some point I'll post up a video of the whole collection, but for now I thought I'd just take you through the trainers that I'm wearing for most of my gym sessions. So I went through a phase of wearing a lot of Nike free runs, really comfortable shoe, breathable, and I wasn't feeling particularly comfortable, particularly on like a leg day. Just didn't really feel like I had a really solid base, so I switched things up to Converse. Now these are just, you know, fairly basic Converse All-Stars. These are actually grey leather ones. I've got some white material ones downstairs, some white leather ones. Can't really go wrong with a pair of Converse, but because they had the flat sole, I found that made a huge improvement in my just the comfort I was feeling when I was squatting mainly, and having that flat base. It also felt like it helped me for things like, you know, deadlifting. Anytime there was something that I really needed a firm base for, and a flat base, Converse were my go-to. Now what I've recently been wearing, particularly for leg day, are these Adidas Powerlifts. Now what these are, I've noticed enormous improvements in my squat form, the comfort I feel when I squat. You know, that these are made for what they do. You know, these are a powerlifting shoe. So you've got the comfort in them, there's a lot of padding in them, but they're a very solid feeling shoe, very firm shoe, which just feels like, you know, the base upon which you're squatting from is just a really solid foundation. So I can't recommend enough a decent pair of squat shoes. So these Adidas Powerlifts for me have been an absolute blessing for my squat form, and hopefully you guys will notice that as well through the videos, just how comfortable my squat looks. Now obviously the form might start to waver a little as I'm starting to push the weight up, but particularly on the, you know, the lighter sets, I think my form is near perfect. So definitely if you're serious about weightlifting, invest in a pair of squat shoes would be my advice. They are absolutely incredible. Other days, so if I'm doing something like arms or shoulders where I don't necessarily feel like, or chest where I don't, you know, I'm not necessarily fussed about having that that base, then these low Jordans Flash, actually got these in America about, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago now, and I've never seen them in the UK. These are just, yeah, just a pair of low white, all white Jordans. Can't go wrong with a pair of Jordans, to be honest. And the other shoe I quite like to have, just to add a bit of colour into the mix, of these Nike Huaraches. So these have got a nice blue suede upper, with the grey neoprene. So that's currently the 4 shoes that I'm rotating in the gym. Like I say, I've probably got a collection of somewhere near 50 odd pairs of trainers. At some point I will walk you through those, but for the time being I'll just leave you with today's leg workout.